Hello friends, this is the Cryptonian, and once again we're taking a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is showing a little bit of buying activity here at this level. Currently Bitcoin is at looks to be 20,482, and it is North American East Coast time. It's about 7:20 p.m. Now there are some things that we need to take a look at. First, we'll take a look at the market. The market is a little bit mixed, but the majority are down. Although we do have CHSB is up almost 10%, Chile is almost 3%, Doge up 11%. A lot of volatility with Doge, and Theta up 3%. So we have altcoins that are outperforming Bitcoin, and not a surprise. They've been doing that for some time. And so let's take a look at the chart here. Bitcoin is in a holding pattern. You can see here where we are under a buy signal on the 4-hour chart, and we are in a bull flag. Okay, we're in this bull flag here, which is a sign of consolidation or indecision. We had the flagpole here, and then we went into consolidation, which is the flag, right? That's why they call it a bull flag. Now, bull flags do have a tendency to continue to the upside, right? The majority of them do that. However, they do have some that break down. Okay. Now, what's important to see is that we have this 50 and 20 crossover, the 20 moving higher over the 50, not yet, but very, very close. So these are on the daily time frame. So we have to hold above the 20,344 yellow line that I have shown you. This is the area where we need to hold on to if we're going to move higher. And the market right now is just holding in a holding pattern, waiting for the FOMC meeting tomorrow and the results of that. If the FOMC meeting reveals that Powell is going to raise rates, that the Fed will raise rates, maybe if it's going to be more than 3/4, then 0.75, it's going to be negative. Okay, so if it's 1 or higher, it's going to be negative. If it's 0.75, and then that's going to be within the expectations of the market, and I think the market probably will resume its strength. So that being said, we have to just wait and see what's going to happen tomorrow. We are seeing a short-term push to the upside, and that is because our short-term stochastics here is showing strength. And let me see what real quick, what I think that's 1, 4, and yeah, that's the 1 hour. We're on a 1, 4, and 10, 1, 4, and daily stochastics. So that's why I created this, is to show all of these different time frames and to show the strength of moves. Basically, you see that the daily, the yellow and the purple and white is negative, and the midterm 4-hour is negative, right? It is getting stronger. 4-hour is getting stronger, but we do see the 1-hour is really the most active right now. So this is a short-term traders trying to push this up, and of course algorithms, and they're seeing this as a area of support as well because of the bull flag. So that's why we do have a Heikin-Ashi buy signal on the 4-hour, and so we could be going higher here. Resistance is at the top of the wedge, which is 20,653. We need to break above that if we're going to go higher. And RSI is midline, so it's not strong, it's not weak. It's just we're seeing a lot of volatility here because of the FOMC meeting tomorrow. The markets are pretty much just in a holding pattern. So this move may not be the strongest because It's a bull flag, and the resistance is not far away. So it's very possible that you have big players that it takes them time. If they're trading with millions of dollars, it takes time to build a position. And then you need real estate. You need distance on the chart to be able to travel and make profit to to have a proper risk reward ratio, right? So your big players are not really moving this. It's the smaller retail players that are showing this little push higher here. And after the meeting tomorrow, we probably will have larger players come in. We may have some larger players in Asia this evening trying to push it higher and break out, so we can have some type of a breakout prior to the FOMC meeting. What's very common is you see a lot of buying before the FOMC meeting, so that people are in position if there is positive news. So they're already in position, and the market then goes higher and they're ready. Or but they have to be careful, because if there's negative news, you have to be really fast in cutting your losses, or having a stop loss and getting out of the market and protecting your capital, protecting your position. So that being said, we don't have a whole lot of volume, although we have more volume at this level, more buying at this level than we did have in the previous levels up here, obviously, because this was a top. So the majority were sellers. So we do see a little bit of buying coming in preparation for the next move higher. And that's why we're seeing a little bit of movement in price here. So, and we do have a buy signal, like I said here. So that being said, that is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin will pretty much govern the sentiment of the market, and the market pretty much will follow Bitcoin for the most part. Now, taking a look at Ethereum, we can see is in a larger channel. Here's the resistance, and we are actually in a smaller channel, which is coming down here. This smaller channel is a descending channel. Descending channels are bullish, and rising channels here like this can be bullish or bearish, depends on the market and depends on the strength and what's going on. But they go up until they don't, right? So right now we see the trend is up and bullish and very strong. Now what's interesting here is RSI midline, same as Bitcoin, showing that it's neutral. Okay, and that's why we're getting a lot of choppiness here, because they're waiting for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is in a wedge, and so that's the same price activity is reflected here as in Bitcoin. What is interesting here is, what I like about this chart that's better than Bitcoin, is that we have both stochastics, midterm and short term, are at the bottom, and they're already reset. So Ethereum is ready to roll. Ethereum is ready to move higher whenever Bitcoin does, whenever we have good from Powell, if we have a good result coming out as far as interest rates and such, then the market will go higher. So I do have a small position here. I took a small position here, not in Ethereum, excuse me, in Bitcoin. On Ethereum, we're still under a sell signal here. This is the last signal that we had, but once we move higher, we'll have a buy signal here at any minute. We should have a buy signal very soon here for Ethereum as well. So that being said, friends, I don't want to make the video too long. I just wanted to give you an update on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Everything is looking good. They're in a holding pattern right now. If you wanted to be in position for the results tomorrow, then you could do that. I can't give you advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You can do that, but any time taking a position right now, I would say you really have to protect yourself with a stop loss. Okay, and there's going to be a lot of volatility. You could get stopped out of your position and the markets could reverse and go higher. So be aware of that. But anyway, take care, friends. Appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. I'm working on live streams, trying to figure out what the best way to go about that is. I did do a test, so just bear with me about that. Anyway, take care, friends. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well in the markets. I hope you're being smart about it. And we will see what happens tomorrow. And we'll talk to you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. And if you haven't liked, please give the video a like if you find this information helpful. Thanks, friends. Take care. See you next time.